Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to ramble this morning. You know what that means? That means I'm going to just talk and I'm going to jabber. I'm a perfectionist. I don't like this towel crooked. I like it perfectly straight. I like these. I've got all of our little magazines and newsletters. This boat's called Hope. I didn't plan it this way, but then I came across these magazines. How many of you know about these magazines here? Who puts them out? Does anyone know about them? They're amazing. Words on health, wisdom, and so I have a place they go. This is the project up north. You know, our Klapa Ministries is the name, and we're going to be working with 11 Native Americans. They're called the Pit River Tribes up in Northern California, and this is the brochure. This is what we'll be doing, and if you want one of these, you can get it, or you can take a screenshot and you can read this and you can see exactly what we're doing up there. I'm just showing you around this place because quite honestly I'm exhausted. I worked on this keyboard yesterday, had to take it all apart and get it functioning. I designed this and built this. This pops out like this, and so this is a part of our ministry. The pedal goes in there. You guys have no idea all the things that I'm working on around the world by faith. I have absolutely no income, no retirement, no money, and I posted because my phone went off and I thought, how am I going to get this on? And I posted something using Wi-Fi spot that desperately needed enough funds to get the phone on, and my wife saw it, and only I think one other person. She said, please take that down. Being a Filipina, you don't want people to think you're asking for money. So I want to make it clear, I'm not asking for money for us. That is not the issue. The issue is we have real, genuine ministries that we are involved with. I should say I got to word things properly. There are genuine mission projects that are worthy of our love and support. And I would like people to partner with me on these efforts. These are not just, projects that we hear about online. These are people that I know. Our Pakistan project, our Bangladesh project. I met someone in Afghanistan and we're trying to start something there. Any project that I get involved with really needs to be debt-free, the buildings, the assets, and that all we're really trying to do is provide money for the books to be distributed. Okay, so sometimes there's gas needed for the motorcycles or vehicles, money for food to feed the people that are volunteering and to do the distribution, the preaching, and the medical missionary work. Sometimes door to door is important, and I can share with you our strategies in doing this work. This boat is a very small part of the global projects that my wife and I are involved in around the world. There is no possible way, unless even working full-time at a job that would pay a good salary, I wouldn't be able to fund or support all the projects around the world. I don't like the money to come through me. I want people to go directly to these projects. I can recommend them. But when it comes to keeping my phone on, my wife and my mother we can't even afford to have a phone for them. So if you see them online, it's just using a gadget, using an iPad or a phone that's not connected or has a service. It's just using, it's using Wi-Fi, in other words. Not our own Wi-Fi, but someone's Wi-Fi. So my wife will do her vlogs for her juicing and smoothies and stuff like that. I'm here in Hawaii. My wife now and baby cake Abiella is in the United States. In the mainland, I should say. I'm saying that because people in the Philippines they tend to separate Hawaii from the United States, but Hawaii, of course, is the United States also. The people here don't like to, the locals don't like to think of that. They want it to be their own nation. So, yeah, so this is Vessel Hope right here. And the way that this boat has come together is really just a series of miracles. In case you don't know, I'll just say it. I was in the Philippines. We had built a trimaran. A trimaran is 3 hulls. Like, see this one out here? It can go up on beaches. There's some advantages it has, and there's some disadvantages, but mostly advantages. And I like trimarans. This is a monohull, meaning that it has 1 hull. It did not have anything in the inside, so I built all the beds and stuff. Mostly, I mean, this is all my own design. Everything that you see here is my own design, and the lights are off, but you can see I have lights that go around and stuff like that. I'll just turn this on really quick for you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We got different colors, you know, different colors. We could do green, blue, and this one young man stayed with us and he said, I want to paint, so I let him paint on the door. So he's painted the bathroom door. We can sleep 9 people comfortably on this boat. It's very nice. Refrigerator. And I struggle with the slip fee. Not that I physically struggle. I mentally struggle with faith. But for years now, the slip fee has been paid. And the last 2 months, it was paid by a couple in the East Coast. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm just praying that God will put the right people here involved. We're now getting involved with several people who are, I don't know, I'm kind of shy to say, because this lady is in the spotlight, bad and good, and I think it's, in my opinion, good. Barbara O'Neill, you know about her. We're going to be doing some things to help her mission. I've been doing health lectures around the world, and I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a lifestyle educator. I'm, involved with natural methods, so I can understand what she's saying better than most people. Now I'm going to explain some things here so people know where we're at with the boat. So this thing right here, this turnbuckle, I had to buy a new turnbuckle. This is $200 for this turnbuckle and some of the other pieces that went with it. This is not on yet. This need to clamp down, need to get the line in here that runs through these holes, and this turns. That's bent. It's not supposed to be bent. I'm kind of leery about bending it back in the same exact spot, so I got to figure that out. But I got to move this light. It's kind of in the wrong spot. That's a temporary position. There's another one of these that I'm needing to put over here because I can't pull up this anchor by myself. If I get out there, and I have to throw the anchor, I can't get it up. Eventually, we need a winch. It's called a windlass, and it'll pull it up on electric. But for now, I'm always trying to make this so that I can operate it by myself. So I installed another engine which has a pull start and a generator that charges the batteries. But I need to remove that rope because this is now stable, so I can take that down. We just replaced the cable going up. That was a really hard job. I can't have stuff here on the dock. It's illegal. I'm going to get in trouble. There is a van, if I could get it. The man was asking $4,000. He's leaving the island. He's in the military. He said to me, if you come get it, I'll give it to you what the junkyard would give me, $300. I know how that is. I had a nice car, and you don't want the liability of it when you leave the island. So if you can't sell it, you have to take it to the junkyard. And I drove a car to the junkyard, and it got smashed because I couldn't sell it. And my BMW, the BMW, that X3 four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive BMW, I put it up here on a street, put the title in it, keys with it, under a tire, and I put an ad on Marketplace, and I eventually found a older couple who needed a car, and I gave them that car. They're still driving it. So he said I could come and get it for $300. It's a Volkswagen van, and it runs good, and it has all the storage I need to put everything. But I don't have the $300. I don't even have the money to keep my phone on. So people are asking about the boat. The mud that's up here is from the chain. I got to wash that off now. I had all this wood really nice, and my son varnished it about 10 coats, I think he said he put on it. But I want to encapsulate it with cloth, with fiberglass, and put some resin with color in it. And I'm hoping that our brother Ken can come over and help us do that and work with us here in Hawaii on that. Things look bad fast when you don't use the expensive products. Like this here, it's looking pretty bad. I got to replace that. It's starting to buckle up. This is coming off. These little rubber things, that side and that side, $100, $300 for that. I've got to change the oil on the motor, and I need to clean that there. I know, I hope it's not too windy. You see over here, I have to take people out with all this stuff on the boat because I don't have, look at all this. I don't have storage. I can't put it in the car, so I really need that van so I can put stuff in it. So I need to get to California. I need to keep my phone on. I need to figure all this stuff out. It is really, really hard work. I get up in the morning, I work all day until late at night, and I get back up and I start again. I have very little help. People say they want to help, they come over and they just hang out, or they just talk, or they take my time. I really love it when people help, but they need to actually know that I'm running an international ministry, and this is just one little piece of the puzzle. You see this cable coming down here? You see right here? It's broken off. That's $119. I need to get that chain plate and install it over here. And I need to cut a bulkhead, which I'm going to do out of this plexiglass, which I found in the dump. Can you see that? You can't really see it good, but there's a plexiglass. Bulletproof, laminated, multi-level, layers, a lot of little layers. That's an incredible thing that I found. That's worth $5,000. Now, I'm not joking. I know you think, oh, he's crazy. No. I went to get a plexiglass to replace the slats. They wanted $2,600, I think, for a thin piece right there, custom cut. So I asked them, on a piece like this, there's a special hole in this inner, how much? And it was like $4,800. So I'm not joking, and there's a place right over here that does it. Now, whoever had that done, obviously it's probably for a bank teller window, or I don't know what it's for. But the other day there was a one of these bumpers, see these buoy bumpers like that, in the dumpster. It just barely fit. It was stuffed in. It was for a huge ship or something, and it was too heavy to get it out. But those things, that would be thousands of dollars for one of those that size. Boat stuff costs a lot of money, and I got to get this stuff down. I'm exhausted, guys, and this boat is such a great platform to meet people. You see how ugly this looks right here? Look at how ugly it looks. I'd like to get some. This bumper is completely squished flat, doesn't even have any air. The other one's squished. I need to get some nice new buoy bumpers like that, and I really need to get those. I wish I could get some new rope. We've spent a lot of money, more than 20,000, just on stuff that you hardly see on this boat. But people say, well, what do you need to do to get it ready for Philippines? Well, and I've actually added an extra steering, so we have a steering wheel and a small tiller for emergency, and that tiller makes it so I can see where the rudder's at, which is kind of a neat feature. I need a water pump for the diesel engine. This engine is an auxiliary engine, and we have another engine over here, which actually the skiff motor. This is leaking. I need to buy some green goop for this. I can't afford it. Green slime, you put it in it and it stops it from leaking. There's one thing I need to do with that. I really enjoy, and should I enjoy it? Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying working on a boat. I enjoy working on this boat here in Hawaii. The weather is perfect. The people here, noisiness sometimes. But how can it's so hard, to worry about your family. When my family was here, it was amazing. If we had a place for my mom to sit in a recliner at someone's house, and we think that there's the possibility of something like that in the works for this coming winter. We're going to be working with 11 Native American tribes. They're called the Pit River tribes in Northern California. We recently, a clothing store went out of business, and we were given a truckload, a large truckload, not a long semi-truck, but a pretty big truck, not a pickup truck, load of clothes, about 150 boxes of clothes packed together. So we are going to ship the children's clothes, to most of them, to the Philippines for the beach mission. We need money for that. We're going to be hauling in a couple of weeks. I'll be hauling myself, trucking it up to where the tribes are in Northern California, where the Oregon Grape Springs project is. And the local church there has agreed to let us use their building for distribution and organizing. And we will be parking our motorhome in that parking lot. We're going to be so busy this next year. It's not going to involve this boat. Hopefully the Barbara O'Neill people will be working with the boat while we're gone during the summer. You'll probably see us at some of the camp meetings. How do we do all this stuff by faith without any residual or any solid, reliable source of money? Every single day is faith, and it's a miracle. If you have any ideas to help us keep our phone on, let us know. But patron page, whatever, there's all kinds of ways that people could get exclusive videos and pay a small fee per month. We could sell a product like we used to do. But I kind of want to make this video out there to let you know that, I don't charge, and I can't charge for using this boat, to take people out. I'm not a charter, and I'm not going to be, doing that sort of thing. It's not legal to charge people. But that doesn't mean that we don't have extreme costs and that it's extremely hard work. So I guess I'm trying to get a message out there that, if I can say it this way, please don't misunderstand it. I'm looking for people that I can partner with on these international projects. This boat is simply a platform to meet people while it's here, and eventually it will be going to Majuro, the Marshall Islands. It will be going to the Gilbert Islands. It will be going through Micronesia. And our dream is to get it ready here in Hawaii before we take it there. And we've been working very hard at getting it ready. So thank you so much, guys. We love you. Thank you so much, and God bless.